wọ́n sì jẹ́ ìgbé ayé wa rọrùn dáadáa sí i. Àwọn tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ ní nísìnyí. Of veterans Nigeria mercy. Àti dé Nigeria mercy. Of veterans Nigeria you. Ṣé democracy lèyí? Ṣé democracy lèyí o? Ebi ara ìlú. Ṣé democracy lèyí? We are all outside today to celebrate our hero of democracy. Who dictator robbed of his late.
In our nation, Nigeria, first we'll give glory to God for the wisdom of our forefathers, the founding fathers, the cult heroes who fought for it. We initially experienced military regime in Nigeria. It was a disaster where we don't have opinion. Nigeria and the right of citizens was trampled upon. But the advent of democracy have liberated the citizen from those ill-fated experience, and personally I enjoy it because it has given me the freedom of expression, freedom of association, and many other fundamental human rights as a person. So it's good for our development as a nation, as an individual as well.
Since democracy came into being in Nigeria, I've seen a lot of differences between democracy and the military rule. The military rule was characterized by, killings and a lot of wickedness, because they believe in decrees and not the civil rule, not laws that are made by the legislative arm of government, that we follow due process. They will do things haphazardly. But however, they have some advantages over civil rule, because so many things they say are through decree, they did them. But in democracy, there are a lot of bureaucracy and other factors. There is a lot of marginalization, and especially those of us in the South are the minority of the minorities, are highly marginalized. However, God is keeping us. Times are hard, economy is crunched, and we are still surviving. We pray God that things will change.
The only thing for me personally that we are celebrating is that date, June 12th, a day that Nigerians came out en masse in 1993 to come out to vote. But if you look at the benefits in terms of what we have achieved as a nation, I must confess personally we have not actually achieved much, because every Nigerian provides its own water, its own light, its own security, virtually everything. The question is, what is government doing for the people? Basically, no. But however, I'm hopeful that in no distant time our leaders will get to realize that Nigerians are a set of patient human beings that believe that there's a better tomorrow.
So Nigeria has come a long way. But even though we have not got to that we are here, there are some countries that got the same experience with us, but they have gone far. So Nigeria needs to, especially the governments, both the local government, state governments, they have a long way to go. So all hands should be on deck.
Yes, we are practicing democracy, but we are not there yet, because one of the hallmark we can actually just speak is the fact that we have a civilian president. However, when we talk about democracy that has to do with government for the people, by the people, and for the people, the dividend of democracy has actually not come to Nigerians, as the case may be, because we still have citizens having to go out to remind politicians who are in authorities the promise they made during their campaign, and this actually does not tell well of democracy.
But for me, because we are no longer where we used to be, we have racked ourselves, we have quarreled, we have done all kinds of things. Some political party has been dissolved and rebuilt. Today we are still able to elect a president, and the law is still working. The law is still having its effect, it can bite. So I think we have done well.
June 12th, we are remembering our beloved brother, Moshood Abiola. But if you are talking about Democracy Day, we are still far in Nigeria from practicing democracy. In real terms, we don't have political parties. We have commercial parties. And they are doing business with Nigeria. It is not until we begin to see our political office holders as servants of the people, we have not started. As far as I am concerned, there is no democracy yet in Nigeria.
We are seeing nothing to show that, yeah, we are practicing democracy. For now, I have to really plead to our president, Bola Tinubu, to look into this matter. And I'm quite sure that from the things I'm seeing now, it looks as if we are practicing only one-party system.
I don't think that Democracy Day is worth celebrating in Nigeria, yeah? Because we know that things are very high, the cost of living, people are complaining everywhere. Particularly in Rivers State here, there's no democracy here, so it's not worth celebrating. The only thing we're expecting from the presidency is just for him to install the governor, the suspended governor, so that we can enjoy true democracy in Rivers State, so that things can go well, the way things are supposed to be.
Abiola was a great man. He was a very respectful man in Nigeria. If he was alive, he was given an opportunity to rule as a president of Nigeria, I believe by then he must have do well. It's okay, it would be nice if Nigeria use June 12 as a remembrance. Sometimes the Democracy Day.
June 12 is celebrated because it was the day the supposedly free and fair election was conducted. But having been truncated, and up till this moment, we have not seen why we should have a democratic government in place. For instance, what is happening in Rivers State today, it is not worthwhile celebrating it because there is no democracy. You vote, your vote is not counting. You complain, your complaint is not acknowledged. There is no democracy. In fact, the worst of it all is that the president formed NADECO against military junta of IBP. But what is he doing today? Even when in union, when in a plain clothes. So it is not worth celebrating.
Democracy Day is a public holiday. It's a day we tend to celebrate our democracy, and it's one of the most important days the government has kept aside for the citizens of the country to celebrate, in which we come in to celebrate within ourselves, to appreciate our leaders for what they have done and our past leaders, so that we can move forward in a better way.
June 12th, I don't think it means anything to me.
Why?
Because it does not mean anything to me. I don't know what's even the meaning of June 12th. I was around when they did the rally of June 12th. It doesn't have any meaning.
Not any impact on me. To me, to be frank, it has not any impact on me. Because I thank God I'm getting my pension, feeding myself. I've trained my children on their own. I'm also on my own. I thank God Almighty. I pray for present administration. Good luck. When we somewhat, because we don't see ourselves inside today, we did fine. But the same what we are begging governors, and then our president is still what we are like to begging about our issue. At any moment, at any time, we are begging him to consider what we are in now. We therefore critical condition, and the money is hard to get. Nowhere to get the money.
So what is the meaning of the holiday? The holiday is for what? They have told me that it's June 12th. So that I went back to my brother because he's the lecturer in Kashiri of State University of Gombe University. He told me that Democracy Day, that is the meaning of June 12th. That's what, how me too I understand.
Because there's nothing we can do. Because that June 12th is a political issue that cannot be erased in our democracy system.
Up till now, it's almost 20-something years now, Nigerians know that we have mixed somebody who will have changed the fortune of this country to better, who is MKO Abiola. But regardless of that, I think we still count on somebody who is part of that era, which is that struggle, who is the present President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we hope he will still do more for the country.
Since June 12th, anything good about Nigeria? Have you seen anything good about Nigeria? It's been tumbling and tumbling with all this stupid kind of government we have. You see, Nigeria is a very, very rich country. It's a wealthy country.
I want to call that our electoral process must be free and fair, so that truly people, what democracy really stands for, government of the people, by the people, must really come to pass. That is, people must be able to decide who will lead them.
Fundamental in the growth of our democracy. It is what pushed the country to having the present republic. And everything that needs to be done to remember June 12, immortalize June 12, immortalize MK Abiola, I mean, it's worth doing and worth doing well. We believe that should be the heart of our democratic struggles. I will call on everyone, the masses, to look at June 12 as the catalyst to revive our failing democracy. So everyone connects to it and says, let's get this thing done. If we could do it then, still the freest and fairest election we've held in this country. If we could do it then, we can do it again.
To me, people are celebrating, declaring June 12, and we are celebrating shadow. Go back to the institutions. How far is our electoral system? Can it be compared as at the time we are talking about June 12? No. So correct those things. Let us have, then when you correct those things and implement those things that we are destroyed, then you talk about celebrating Democracy Day.
I give it Democracy Day.
Why, sir?
Because all these celebrations that cannot heal our needs. If you are not a corrupt person, then you become a democracy man. If you are corrupt, you are a democracy. How will you allow somebody who is in one party that's been voted to will jump to another one? It means you are covering yourself because you are avoiding EFCC. Because the president is listening, you want to be there. So it's nothing. This is why I said it.
I don't see anything worth celebrating as far as June 12 is concerned, because the acclaimed winner has not been declared winner as president-elect. That is one. Secondly, if we look at the policies and programs of the federal government on ground, is it the same thing the acclaimed winner would have also put in place? Will it be happy with masses passing through what they are passing through at the moment?
What we are observing in Nigeria here is they are not practicing the true federalism that's practiced in Britain and America, where we copy democracy. In Nigeria here, what we see is more of government will and not the will of the constitution. The Nigerian constitution is at stake in regard to Nigerian democracy. But that, as it may, I want to believe that it's better than the military rule. In Bayelsa, I am assured, and we are celebrating the prosperity government in the likes of His Excellency Senator Doidiri, who has brought a lot of projects, tangible projects as dividends of democracy to our clan, Opuruma clan. The road is there, the Yenagoa Opuruma Road. We have also the Angiama Inuari Road going on, and also road to Otuan. And a lot of projects are going. You can see the referral hospital at Opuruma about to commission. Building of modern schools, technical colleges, even at all the local government, not only at Opuruma. And the road, the 3 senatorial road in Bayelsa State.
In Nigeria, because since 1999, we are expected to have developed more than this. Unfortunately, a lot of things has happened that has set us back. Most times people place blame on our leaders, forgetting that leaders cannot act without followers. So what we expect is that as we expect much from our leaders, as individuals too. There are a lot of things that is expected of us to do to make this country to become what all of us want it to be.
So the matter is that Nigerians has moved on. Everybody is now thinking about their own well-being. No one is even care about whether it's a democracy day, whether it's the annulment or the application of the June 12th. Everybody is thinking about the well-being of their household, because waiting on government or waiting on the Democrat is not bringing money to individual.
There is nothing particular about June 12th. Everybody knew when the election was annulled by the then head of state, General Babangida, that it was a slap on the common man. Our democracy was taken forcefully because they had the gun on their hands. The same man came years later and told the entire Nigerians that Abiola won he annulled the election. June 12th is not about Abiola. June 12th is about Nigerians. Governance by the people, for the people. But unfortunately, we don't have government for the people. It is painful. Nigeria is one of the most carelessly governed countries in Africa. Our currency is losing value. The armed robbers and kidnappers now capitalize on the bad road. Is it from Yola through Abuja, through the Kaduna axis, the Kafanshan, or the Nasarawa axis, have been kidnapped on that axis? There is no good road in Nigeria. Insecurity is on the increase. Federal government is so reckless, spending so much at their own comfort.
Oh, it's nice. June 12 is becoming a phenomenon. If you look at what happened today, it made 32 years of June 12 annulment, and it's worth celebrating. Because if you look at what June 12 signified a lot of things. A lot of people died. So many people died because of June 12. The real democracy is June 12 because that is the day the real sacrifice started. The real struggle for our democracy to strive started. May 29 is just a day, ceremonial day for when they just agreed that we should inaugurate these people. If not done for the inauguration, root level.
What we need at the moment is to take stock of where we are and where we need to be. So we need our vision to be clear about where we want Nigeria to be in the next 5 years, in the next 50 years. Because they said government is a continual process. We should have a vision for this nation, where we want Nigeria to be. We remain hopeful, and we expect the best from our leaders, those who are in the position of authority. And we remain hopeful since we still have life.
June 12 is a remarkable day in the life of every Nigerian. You can see since the evolution of democracy in 1999, we have witnessed many regimes. And this one top President Bola Tinubu has really tried in the lives of every Nigerian in terms of security, how he subdued insecurity in the Northwest, and of course the introduction of student loan, and the issue of stabilizing the economy particularly, and putting Nigeria in a high pedestal in terms of international relations. In fact, I can say among the few, he has really tried.
Nuhu Ansam, AIT News, Yola.
To be, if I'm not mistaken, May 2029. But now it has been shifted to June 12 in honor of the late MK Abiola. It's a welcome development. That shows we are one, there is unity in Nigeria. But we pray the unity and the progress of Nigeria should still continue by the grace of God.
Then Nigeria had a very free and fair elections, even though it was annulled by the government. So we recall and we reflect, you understand, so that it becomes a lesson to us that we should try to be firm and keeping the democratic track moving.
This June 12, we say we are practicing democracy. I don't see the meaning of the democracy we are practicing, because in Nigeria today, you can see this is the state of Kaduna, the capital state of Kaduna. You can stand to count how many motors are passing. Things are very, very difficult. People are finding it very, very difficult to feed, even once in a day. As you see me, I'm sitting down here. In fact, it's only God that knows how I am feeling here now.
To commemorate June 12th, I think it's worth with. Nigerians really need political government and not military government. But unfortunately today, Nigerians are not all that enjoying democracy. Everybody is feeling it.
Sincerely, I know Nigerians are expecting a lot from the democratic proceeds of the present Nigerian system. But if I'm to score this country, I will give it 40%. That means it's a pass mark. More ought to be done in the...
What is worth celebrating is that since 1999, we've had uninterrupted democracy. What is not worth celebrating is what we are seeing as the capture of the state apparatus. You know, all the arms of government that used to be independent, they are now subsumed under the executive. And that means we are also drifting, we are in democracy, but we are drifting towards dictatorship.
The June 12 celebration has not really made us happy, because apart from the fact that we are celebrating democracy on June 12 day, it has not specifically addressed the democratic challenges that we're talking about. That what June 12 represents, freedom, emancipation, restoration, promotion, development. That's what June 12 represents. But I see today, the inflation is high, there's general insecurity, corruption is high.
Truly, a lot of people pay the supreme price. I must confess to you, we can't just say that this is the actual number of people that died in the course of fighting for reinstatement of democratic governance in the country. So June 12th was that watershed that actually transformed our democratic system in Nigeria. So, and that is what we are enjoying now.
Because of what is actually happening within the context of the masses and as well those in the upper echelon, you see that democracy itself is not even worth celebrating, because we can at this particular point in time, how much is rice presently being sold, how much, if inflation is now on 2 figures, and you are saying that we should be celebrating democracy, what should actually be making us happy at this material point in time?
wọ́n sì jẹ́ ìgbé ayé wa rọrùn dáadáa sí i àwọn tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ ní nísìnyí. Ọ̀fẹ́tàs Nàìjíríà máa sí àti pé Nàìjíríà máa sí Ọ̀fẹ́tàs Nàìjíríà yìí ṣé democracy lè yí ṣé democracy lè yí o ebi ara ìlú ṣé democracy lè yí. We are all outside today to celebrate our hero of democracy. Who dictator robbed of his legs.